Rey Mysterio has a new Legends Elite figure. It looks pretty promising, however, that belt looks pretty crappy. But that's okay for me, because I also have a custom World Heavyweight Championship belt. So let's go ahead and take a look at both of them. Hey, Metal Driver here, and today I'll be looking at the new Elite Legends Series 16 Rey Mysterio. We get an image of Rey on the side and also on the back, along with a read-up on this figure and the rest of the figures that are in this wave. Alright, so enough of the box, let's go ahead and open this up and take a closer look at Rey Mysterio. And here we have the master of the 619 out of the packaging, but before we take a look at the figure, let's look at the accessories that he comes with. He comes with a pair of fisted hands, and an awful looking World Heavyweight Championship belt. Seriously, the coloring on this belt does not look good. It looks like one of those belts that you would see with some of the basic figures from a few years ago. Not something you would expect with an Elite figure, so I'm not sure why Mattel went with this. I can only assume that maybe it was a cost saving measure, but again, I'm not sure. When you put it next to a standard Elite version of the belt, yeah, that coloring on the Elite one, or the typical Elite one, looks a lot better. But that's okay, I'm not going to use this belt. I'm going to use instead this one right here that my wife made. So if you're new to the channel, or if you haven't watched recently, the last couple months, my wife started making her own championship belts and selling them online. The website's name is MKE Joy Customs and Design. But not to sound too biased, this belt looks much better than what we see with Mattel. In fact, let's go ahead and zoom in on the center plate, and yeah, look at all that detail on this plate. That looks fantastic. She did a great job with all the details right there and the plate. It looks really good. In fact, you can even see the lettering right here. It says World Heavyweight Wrestling Champion. So this belt looks amazing. And I don't care if you think I'm biased. I may be biased, but this is true. This looks much, much better. You also get some grommets right here, and it is Velcro, so you can put it around a wrestler's waist. So I'll go ahead and show how that looks around Rey Mysterio's waist. But yeah, if you are interested, she's actually having a sale from October 1st to the 7th. So if you're interested in this belt, or the TBS belt, or even the Trios belt, go ahead and check that out. Alright, enough of the shameless plug. Going ahead with the accessories, he has this long coat that is this sparkly material. So it's not just a gray, but there is some glittery, sparkly, I don't know how to, what to call that, but it looks nice. You can see it on camera, how it shimmers. That looks really nice. And you get an image of Rey Mysterio's mask on the back, so that's really cool. I love that it's a soft goods coat, and you can put the hood over his head. Is it a coat or a robe? Either way, it looks fantastic. I love that. Then taking a look at the head sculpt, the sculpting is not brand new, but the paint is different than what we've seen. It's based on a 90s look for Rey Mysterio, even though he wore this in the mid-2000s at the pay-per-view ECW One Night Stand. I like the color scheme here. We get black, red, and white, looks really good. The red on the eagle looks really nice on this side. Same thing on this. The crown is painted very well. That looks good. A little bit of a splotch there on the upper lip. Eyes look good. And then we get the ECW logo on the back of the mask. Painted very well. And speaking of paint on the back, got the nice big back tattoo, which is very detailed, very good. Nice, good line work. Cross up there looks really nice. So really good job here on the paint. Same thing on the arms here, painted very well on the tattoos. You got an EG armband here for Eddie Guerrero. Tattoo here looks good. We see 619 on the elbow pad. Looking at the other arm, nice tattoos, EG armband, painted on. Elbow pad here with the Rey Mysterio mask. Tattoo here on the forearm. Same thing on this side, it says 619. And then you get your Mexican tattoo across the abdomen. Looks very good. So all the tattoos came out very well on mine. Usually they do with Rey Mysterio. And then looking at the lower body, I love these tights. I love the color scheme, love the design. Black, red, and white looks really good. The eagles right here painted very well. Good looking question mark on the crotch area. Nothing on the back, it's just black. Line work looks really good on both sides right here. And then the boots look really good with that red and white design. White question marks painted very well. So good paint all around, except for right here. It's missing some paint on the white right there, so that's kind of disappointing. But aside from that, everything else looks really good. Going over the articulation, the head is on a ball joint, goes that high up, that far down, can turn side to side, and tilts pretty well. Shoulder goes that high up, it rotates all the way around. There is a bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows, hindered a bit by this elbow pad. A swivel and hinge at the wrist. He crunches that far forward, goes that far back. Waist swivel, that's tight on mine. There we go. That cracked. Legs go that far out, that high up, thigh cut, double jointed knees, a cut at the top of the boot, Ankle goes that high up, that far down, and he has some decent ankle pivot. Legend 16 Rey Mysterio is a fantastic figure. I absolutely love how this looks. I love the tight design, the attire color, and even though he has all these tattoos from the mid-2000s, you could fudge it a little bit as your 90s Rey Mysterio. Honestly, I can't say enough good things about it. I really love it. The only downside is the crappy championship belt that he comes with. Fortunately for me, I have a good custom, and if you want a custom like that, again, check out my wife's website, MKE Joy Customs and Designs. If you want to upgrade your big gold championship belt and make this Rey Mysterio look better. But seriously though, I think this is a great figure, definitely worth adding to your collection, so if you see him in stores, pick him up. I don't think you'll regret it. And what you won't regret is hitting that like button and subscribing. And if you're interested in more Rey Mysterio reviews, take a look at the card at the end of the video to see more Rey Mysterio videos, and I'll see you next time.